the Electoral College system. When you hear this, you probably think I'm talking about a place, and I'm not. I'm talking about a process. This is a process that the founding fathers had put in the Constitution to compromise between the popularity vote and qualified citizen votes. Now, when saying this, you're probably losing your head and thinking, man, my vote doesn't count, because it does. Our vote counts because we are the popularity vote. We get to say this is the one we like because he and she does this and that, and then it sounds appealing to us. We want this. And then there's a certain amount of groups who listen to that and go, well, let's look and see what is their background in the political war. What is their background with the population? What is their background that makes them qualified for this? Now, these people are usually other congressmen, and they are the ones we actually voted for, meaning our one House of Representatives and our 2 Senates. And those House of Representatives were given a set of numbers that we all met to put them in office. So now when we have a candidate for running for president, whether he's from my state or another state, he has his own electors. But now you have those electors that you have put in there, and you have put in the office, and they have their say and their input and their evening out if this is the right idea. There's 538 electors in this system, but the majority vote to put you in office is 270. And it helps a long way because there's only been 5 presidents who have done it in office by electoral votes out of the 45 we do have. And D.C. having to be it's not really a state because we call it D.C., District of Columbia. But it really is considered a state in the Constitution, and it has 3 electors. That kind of bumps the number up, since that is where, of course, the president lives, and that's where the Congress meet, that's where laws are made, and it's just the capital. So that would make it a little bit more to help the president get in office, even if he's already been in office before. Now, back to those 5 presidents we've all had that's wanted this way. A lot of people are thinking, well, why is it that we do vote if, our vote can really be pushed to the side? And it's not really being pushed to the side because it's a whole process. Because you need our input to say, oh, we like this president and he's good for us. And then you need the qualified citizens who know things like somewhat we don't know too much of, but we're trying to put our focus on. They're the ones who say, hey, he does this and he does that. That's the reason why we're going to help you put him in, because the laws he makes will benefit you in a way. The 5 presidents that we have had that's been elected by electoral votes. Andrew Jackson lost to John Quincy Adams in 1824. And the crazy thing about this election, neither one of them actually won the majority electoral vote or the popular vote. Well, Andrew won the popular vote, and John didn't. But the reason why that John won is because the Electoral College pushed John Quincy Adams a little bit more because, well, they had more trust in him, I'm assuming. And then 1876, Tilden lost to Rutherford B. Hayes. Now this sounds crazy because it was somewhat like the 1824 election, but not quite. Reason being, Rutherford B. Hayes actually brought in the majority votes of his electoral. And then in 1888, Benjamin Harrison, he won against John Cleveland. Grover Cleveland. Excuse me for that. 2000, Bush won against Gore. Now, that is one of the bigger controversial elections, and because I was a child during that time, and I can remember this, but it was one of the most controversial because Al Gore, as everyone knows, is all about green. He was trying to do a lot for the planet, but it seems like everybody, the Electoral College thought, maybe Bush will make a great president, and it happened to make a great outcome in the 2000s. And then as the recent election had just passed, as we all know, Hillary won the popularity vote. But of course, Donald Trump pulled in his 270 majority vote, and that puts him in office. Now, no one complains actually at anything at this moment because this is how history works. These are all great examples of the electoral vote, because in the future, if someone who's first now starting to vote knows nothing about this, then they will now. Thank you.